Gentlemen, boys and girls, Quad City sports fans of all ages, Town Square Media is proud to present to you the best Quad City sports talk radio show in the world. With the face who runs the place, T-Roy, the OG on the marquee, J-Bird, and the cat who runs the chat with the stats, Statman Surge. We are Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. We're not a Quad City sports talk radio show. We're not the Quad City sports talk radio show. We are your Quad City sports talk radio show. Welcome to the conversation, Quad Cities. But first, the dawn.
Looky here, Jay-Bird. It's Monday here in the Hassle Castle. Brought to you by Done Right Satellite and Dish. And all you K-bobbers out there in Radio Land, you're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local on ESPN AM 1170. Your K-Bob.
That's right. Listen to us on terrestrial radio. You can listen to us on the app. Go to the App Store, Google Play. Download ESPN 1170 AM, or you can listen on the computer, ESPN1170am.com. In the upper right-hand corner, click Listen Now. And, of course, you can listen and watch live on Facebook Live on our Don't Hassle Us, We're Local page. Leave comments. Serge is taking care of some things down at the Little Blue House in the Village. He'll try to make it up here as soon as he can. Sometimes you just got to take care of those little housekeeping things. So we had a big weekend.
And he looks good in that French maid outfit.
Yeah, he does. He sure does.
I mean, he really does.
Had another big weekend of football.
It was a crappy weekend of football, Jay. Vikings cheated last night, from what I remember.
Yeah. They
Happy birthday, Marine Corps.
Happy birthday to the Marine Corps.
We got drunk last night to celebrate it at Oscars. Everybody there, thanks to Sandy and West Burnett for everything they did to put that on. And to all you jarheads out there listening that were there last night with me, getting it on, I appreciate it. Jay.
Yeah. It's a good night, huh?
We turned 244 yesterday.
Yeah, it's
It's old, man.
That is. Yesterday was another one of those, the dogs against the spread, and they were barking very loudly. They went 7-3-1 against the spread yesterday. And now on the season, dogs are 84-59-4, almost at 60% they're covering. Basically, let's put it to you this way. If a bettor would put up $100 on every dog this year in the NFL, they would just be under $2,000 up for the year betting. Some of the other, out of the 7 dogs that cover 6-1 outright on Sunday, Tennessee beat Kansas City 35-32. Atlanta shocked the Saints 26-9.
Unreal.
I think they sacked Drew Brees 6 times. They were going into that game. They only had 7 sacks on the year.
Unreal.
Everything they did, every time I looked at it, it was New Orleans 3rd and something, and they didn't convert a lot. I think they were also 0 for 4 on 4th downs, trying to go for it near the end of the game. Obviously, Dan Quinn was excited. It's a divisional game. It's always tough to do. That was definitely a stay away.
Saved his job for a couple weeks.
Yeah,
right?
It is. Sean Payton, this is the type of game where Sean Payton goes back, licks his wounds, and then he comes up firing. So we have to do Guess the Lines later on the show, brought to you by William Hill down at the Isla Capri in Bettendorf. And that is a game I circled. I think maybe the line might be changed a little bit because Sean Payton will probably come out for the Saints when they play against the Buccaneers on the road. But we'll look at that later. The Miami Dolphins upset Indianapolis 16-12. Both the pros and the Joes were on the Dolphins. 2/3 of the bets were going towards the Dolphins, who were 11-point road dogs. This was plus 450 on the money line. The Steelers at home against the Rams beat the Rams 17-12. Another situation where whoever's at the front office of the Rams have to be looking at Jared Goff and the $180 million. The Minnesota Vikings.
Mm-hmm.
The Minnesota Vikings, T-Roy. They now move to what?
6-2.
7-3 on the year.
Oh yeah, 7-3.
7-3. The Cowboys down to 5-4.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, the line for that one closed at Minnesota at either +3 or +3.5 on that one. And then the Jets versus the Giants. I didn't watch a single thing of this game. I did listen to some post game stuff. Danny Dimes for the Giants. He had 4 touchdowns. He's 26 of 40, 308 yards, 4 touchdowns. The real kicker here is Saquon Barkley with 1 yard.
Yeah.
And here's what I'm hearing. That when they played the Detroit Lions, they kind of opened themselves up to now it's on tape. It shows that Saquon Barkley can't pass protect. So the thing to do against the Giants is just blitz them. Because if they run the ball to Saquon Barkley, then they've run into a blitz. Good for them. Mm-hmm. And other than that, the only other thing you got to know is that they're going to probably get it out to the flat as soon as possible because the blitz is coming. He's not going to either be there to block, and if he is, he can't block. So he hurt me in the daily DraftKings daily fantasy that I had to fill out without you because we forgot to do it on Friday.
I wasn't there to help you if she lost.
I did lose. I did something really silly.
What'd you do?
I decided to go with a stack option.
What's that?
Where I took Jameis Winston and 2 Tampa Bay receivers and then a Tampa Bay running back, thinking Arizona's defense is going to be really bad, and I was going to double up and triple up, all kinds of stuff. It did not work out for me.
No.
This one was there was 20 teams, and you just had to get in the top 10 to get paid. I couldn't even get in the top 10. I think I ended up 16th or 17th.
Yeah.
Did not look to work out.
Uh-oh.
So anyway, we got a Monday night one that we get to do later.
I can't wait.
I can't wait either.
I'm making my rankings right now.
Friday night in high school football, North Scott unfortunately lost to Western Dubuque. That's a solid team up there, and congratulations to North Scott for making it to the quarterfinals. Bettendorf got their revenge against Cedar Falls. They beat them. Harrison Bay Bowie had 2 touchdowns. Joe Byrne was quarterback for them. He was all over the place. It was a good game. Hey, we got a phone call.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, you ready?
Yep. You're on with K-Bob. This is Don't Hassle Us. What we got?
So I'm going to tell you about this DraftKings real quick.
All right.
What's up?
What's up, Browns backer?
Everybody who's listening, if you haven't done DraftKings yet, these guys got me hooked on this DraftKings. Okay?
Well, I'm glad we did something right.
I squeaked out a 10th place in your deal yesterday.
Yep.
I mean, it was within a point.
Mm-hmm.
But the DraftKings, it takes fantasy. It's like fantasy football on steroids.
Exactly.
I have 4 bets tonight on the game through the fantasy deal.
You're in 4 different leagues?
Yeah, I'm in 4 different things tonight.
Okay. Did you get in our one that we just set up?
I haven't gotten into that one yet, but I will after lunch.
Okay.
As long as there's still a spot.
I'm sure there probably will be. We just shared it on Facebook right before we went to air.
The reason I'm calling is
okay.
I started out with the league, my team for your league yesterday. I did the exact same thing you were talking about with stacking the Tampa Bay team.
Yeah.
And I had Jameis, and I had Evans, and Godwin, and then Jones. Mm-hmm. And the last second, I thought, no, I'm going to throw this Christian Kirk guy in there. I'm to find out he scored 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, he had a good day. 138 receiving yards and 3 touchdowns.
But I'm doing these, and I do these basketball leagues on DraftKings. I don't even know any of these people, but I'm betting on them.
That's awesome.
It's apparently there's a DeRozan guy that's pretty good.
Yeah,
I always
he's
throw
pretty
him
good.
in my lineups.
Yeah.
I don't know. But dude, definitely, if you haven't done the DraftKings yet, sign up for it. And you even get if you throw $5 in there, they give you a $3 free play in there.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool as well. I think, aren't you talking to a DraftKings guy later in the week or something?
Yeah, I reached out to him last week, and I'm hoping to maybe get a phone call tomorrow or Wednesday, just like you said about the basketball, to kind of explain the other contests that you can get into. I mean, you can fumble around with the football one and kind of figure it out, but I'm with you. The basketball one I don't understand yet, and if there's other sports out there as well that you can get involved in. So we're gonna talk to him about that, and he's gonna kind of walk us through that. So we're just working on when the schedules work out.
Have fun today. Go Browns.
Thanks for the phone call. Appreciate it.
Later.
All right, that was our friend Browns backer calling in. He's right. The DraftKings is a lot of fun. And the other thing is this: if your team is out, your fantasy, it's just something more that you can do. Make a little money. It's one of the things you get to meet some more people. We have our own little league. It's not. You can join our QC Hassle League. It's not that you have to be in it or anything like that. It's more like a message board or a group of people. But, for a lot of people out there in August, a lot of people on social media post their team and say they have a really good team. And I don't hear a lot of those people anymore talking about how good they are at fantasy.
Who, me?
No, not you. I'm
My
saying
team
just
sucked.
people in general. So I had a terrible week in fantasy as well.
I don't even know, Jay. I mean, that's the problem with alcohol.
Yeah, that's
You
the
tend to
start.
forget.
That's the start right there. Yeah. Around the league, we said the Falcons and Saints. Falcons won 26-9. The Chicago Bears 20-13 winners over the Detroit Lions.
Biscuit had a good game.
He had an okay game. Nagy opened up the doors to Club Dub. Club Dub is the post-game locker room dance party
Really?
for the Bears. Yeah, he let it open up for the media. So he did, and he even though they had lost 4 straight going into that game, he opened it up, said it's all right. He was planning on doing it anyway. So Club Dub, I dig it. The Buccaneers 30 over the Cardinals. Buccaneers 30, Cardinals 27. The Ravens beat the Bengals 49-13. Lamar Jackson is insane. He became just the third player in the past 30 years to record at least 3 touchdown passes, 1 touchdown run, and a perfect passer rating in a single game. Plus that 47-yard touchdown run. And when he faked out the defender and spun around. It was fun to watch. The Browns beat the Bills 19-16. That's a push, or if you got the Browns at -2.5, depending on when you got in on there. Sometimes it pays attention. It pays off to pay attention early and get a line before it moves. This is more just kind of what we talked about, exposing the Bills. So maybe they aren't as good as we thought they were. The Jets and the Giants we'd mentioned, 34. Jets won 34-27. The Dolphins beat the Colts 16-12. Steelers over the Rams 17-12. The Packers over the Panthers 24-16. A nice goal line stand to preserve the victory for the Packers. So they look tough. And then the Vikings go on the road.
Yeah.
And win the Sunday night game. So obviously that it doesn't do too much to the Cowboys, but they've got to win the NFC East. There's just no doubt about it. But we already kind of said that the wild card isn't there. It's looking more and more like, well, we'll see tonight too what happens with Seattle and San Francisco. But the Rams are in trouble now. I think Seattle and San Francisco are definitely coming out of the West.
I think you're right.
I don't know. Are you?
Yeah, Dallas has to.
So the other wild card probably being the Vikings or the Packers.
The Dallas just has to beat everybody in their division. So, coming up they have Redskins. That shouldn't be a problem. They'll be at Philly. I think they can still beat Philly.
They're at Detroit and no Stafford, right? He's got a broken back. Where that came from, I have no idea.
Mm-mm.
The Raiders won on Thursday night. We talked about that. But what's even more fun than that is they're a half game out from the AFC West. And they've got a very big showdown at Arrowhead Stadium on December 1st against Kansas City Chiefs.
The Raiders aren't playing, man.
The Bulldogs advance in the quarterfinals. They beat Cedar Falls. They're going to face number 1 West Des Moines Valley at 4 o'clock on Friday. And we are not going up there. We're not doing the tailgate or anything like that or taking the show on the road. We're not. No.
Okay.
Right now we're scheduled to have a guest on Friday, and it's when I told you who the guest was, and I said a week from Monday. For some reason, I had my dates off. It's Friday.
It's this Friday.
This Friday. So the guest is a little.
So we can't
more.
announce it yet, though.
No, not yet.
Okay.
Just want to make sure.
Really cool guest, though, everybody.
Yeah, today I'm waiting on all the confirmation today to make sure it's going to happen.
Jay's supporting her tremendous Woody right now.
Yes. So that'll be on Friday, but also I'm going to go up for the Iowa game that Friday night. I think it's against Oral Roberts, and then on Saturday I head off to Ames. Tonight I'm going up to Carver Hawkeye Arena to watch Iowa versus DePaul. So you can follow, you can get updates on Twitter on ESPN 1170 AM. I'll be doing that on there, giving updates, little feedback of the game. It's my first time covering a game at Carver. I'm a little nervous. I need Caker to hold my hand.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. And then Iowa, Wisconsin. 24-22 loss.
Mm-hmm. That defense did everything they could do to help Iowa win that game.
Yeah.
That defense did everything they could do, Jay. We just have, and I hate to criticize college kids, but we just have a quarterback in Iowa, in Nate, who's just a good quarterback. He's just good. He's not great. He doesn't do anything extremely special. He just gets us really close. He can beat the bad teams. But when you need that extra something, when it goes down to like last year when he threw the interception on the 1 yard line, this one here, he had it.
Yeah.
Lower your pads, get in the end zone.
There you go. The lower your pads. I mean, he ran straight up into that. In a yard short. I mean, we get it. It's not easy to do, but unfortunately, I'm afraid he's just going to join that list of, just like you said, okay quarterbacks.
That's what he is. He's just okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
It is what it is. I mean,
it kind of went to, Wisconsin got the flip. They elected to get the ball first. Kind of went what, like Rasa was saying. Instead of taking the ball, Iowa, kick it off. But then, I wanted to see the pass, stretch out that defense. But still, we were going to go run. It wasn't, it was.
Like I said, when you get the turnovers that you got, when you can't put the ball in the end zone, it's very unfortunate. It really is. And I remember watching him sit in that pocket and just hold the ball. He could have thrown it in the flat to a guy, and he just sat there like he was waiting for something to happen elsewhere. He had a guy in the flat which could have been at least a 5-yard gain, and if he can beat his coverage, who knows? But I don't know. It's just not. I don't know. It's frustrating, Jay. Just watching it is frustrating.
Yeah, well, big game coming up this week with Minnesota beating Penn State.
Where does Minnesota get ranked? Did they come out yet?
Yeah, they're in the top 10.
They should be top 5.
They're not in the top 5.
Why not?
Because it's not. They voted on it, and when they tallied all the votes in the AP, they didn't get in the top 5.
Okay, well that's a dumb explanation.
Yeah, the AP they're at number 7. Ahead of them is Alabama at 8-1, Georgia at 8-1, Oregon at 8-1. The only other undefeated team that's not ranked that high is Baylor at number 12, 9-0. LSU came out number 1. Ohio State's 9-0. Clemson 10-0. The LSU-Alabama game was fun. I mean, had that on off to the side. Ohio State just floored Maryland 73-14. Clemson took care of North Carolina State 55-10. Like I said, Minnesota beat Penn State 31-26. It took a while for that kid from Penn State to warm up, the quarterback, Clifford. And I believe he threw 3 interceptions, 2 in the red zone. That's going to kill you. And he was trying to drive down at the end of the game, and he threw another interception in the red zone. Iowa State lost to Oklahoma 42-41 when Campbell decided to go for a 2-point conversion. And there was pass interference on the play. They didn't call it. 100%. I don't care if you're not a Cyclone fan or not. You can't look at that and say, you can't tell me that wasn't pass interference. Georgia beat Missouri 27-0.
How did Purdue do?
We'll get to that. Baylor had to go to overtime versus TCU to win 29-23. See, Texas beat number 20 Kansas State. Anything else out there? SMU 59-51 over ECU. San Diego State lost to Nevada. They were in the top previously. They were in the top 25. No longer will be in the top 25. So let's take a break, and we'll look at our pick 6, and then maybe do a little power rankings.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
All right, Quad Cities, we tell you all the time not to go to your social media sites, getting suggestions on where to get your oil change or a tattoo or where you're going to grab lunch. Just pick up your Locals Love It's guide It has an easy-to-navigate table of contents to help you find what you're looking for. Or you can go to the website, localslevis.com, click on Quad Cities, and then browse your favorites. It's easy to use, and they even rank the most popular places for you. Those are our friends from Locals Levis, your guide to the best.
This is Rachel Alger with St. Ambrose University, and you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
ESPN 1170 AM.
At Crawford Company, we specialize in plumbing, heating, and air conditioning. Sports, on the other hand...
Hey, Crawford guy, go long!
No, I can't.
Here comes the pitch to Crawford guy. Strike three.
Come on, Crawford guy, take the shot.
Sports may not be our specialty, but home comfort is. Crawford Company, plumbing and drain cleaning, heating and air conditioning.
If you're running a business, how much should you invest in retaining your employees? First Midwest Bank has ideas. In today's tight labor market, keeping your employees is more important than ever. A First Midwest banker can help you determine what type of 401k plan to offer. At First Midwest Bank, they're not just bankers, but expert financial advisors. Talk to one today or visit wehaveideas.firstmidwest.com.
Since 1978, Advantage Advertising has been your one and only choice for promotional products and corporate apparel, all with your company's logo. At Advantage Advertising, you'll find products that are perfect for golf outings, company anniversaries, holiday parties, or health, wellness, and safety programs. We're accredited by the Better Business Bureau and a long-standing member of the Quad Cities Chamber. Visit AdvantageAdvertising.us to see all of the possibilities. Advantage Advertising, a proud supporter of Iowa State athletics.
At Casey's, we're not just here for made-from-scratch dough, fresh pepperoni, hand-cut veggies, and melty 100% mozzarella cheese. We're here for game night. Here for online ordering. And here for victory celebrations. Now at Casey's, get 2 large single-topping pizzas for just $9.99 each. Casey's, here for handmade pizza, here for good. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
The experts at Helitech know that a sinking foundation is a serious problem. Uneven floors, separated baseboards, windows or doors that stick can all be signs of significant structural damage that needs to be addressed. Call the foundation repair experts at Helitech to get your free estimate today. If you don't address your foundation issues, they will lead to more serious issues, such as bowed walls, water damage, and even structural collapse. As your hometown foundation repair contractor for over 30 years, Helitech uses industry-leading solutions to repair your sinking foundation. Your home is the largest investment you will typically make. Who better to trust with your family's home than Helitech? They healed my home, they'll heal yours too. Helitech.
Heal your home with Helitech.
ESPN 1170 AM is the Quad Cities sports leader and your home of the local sports show. Don't hassle us, we're local. Listen for a chance to win everything from tickets to free food. Every time you win and pick up your prize at the ESPN 1170 AM Pepsi ticket window, we'll give you a free Pepsi for the road as well. It's like winning twice. Get more chances to win by downloading the ESPN 1170 AM app or by going to ESPN1170am.com.
Every touchdown and turnover. Your home of the Chicago Bears is the Quad Cities sports leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
All right, everybody, we're back here in the Hassle Castle, brought to you by Done Right Satellite and Dish. And this is Don't Hassle Us Local on AM 1170, the K Barbarino.
So, my apologies to you. On Saturday night, I think I just got, I just had the kids. You said to bring them over, and I never got back to you to text you that we were going to stay in, and we didn't. We ended up later on going over to a neighbor's house, though. But I appreciate the invitation over during the day, and then, I mean, you got after it yesterday for the Marine's birthday.
I got after it all weekend. Apparently, I was dancing in the basement, you know.
I liked your videos. If you guys go on Twitter at Troy the Wino, he has some videos. He put the vinyl going on there and had the family getting after it.
You know, and Jay, we forgot to mention, too, Happy Veterans Day.
Yeah, Happy Veterans Day.
So everybody that served, hats off to you. And I'd toast you, but I'm hungover, so we'll wait till later.
Yeah, you're listening to ESPN 1170 AM. Don't hassle us. We're local. You know, I haven't heard back from Randazzo yet. See if he's going to come in the second hour. But, nope.
Is he upset about his lines?
What?
He's upset about his lines. Come on, Randazzo. Come in. We can cry on each other's shoulders.
Nah, he's got something else going on.
He's a big-time sports guy, dude.
He is. Yeah, he's got a big thing going on. Anyway, so in the NFL, it's just crazy. I mean, where would you see that at all? Atlanta doing that to New Orleans.
Unreal to me.
Miami winning at Indianapolis. And we talked to Mitch about that.
I told him they were fraudulent.
Pittsburgh's now won, 4 straight?
Pittsburgh's for real, dude. They're finding the defense is where the Steelers are for real. The defense.
Really good. Very good.
I mean, the addition of Minka Fitzpatrick, huge.
They held Jared Goff to 1 of 14 on third downs, 0 for 2 on fourth downs.
Yeah.
Minka Fitzpatrick, who at the time people were like, and we even said it, we were like, why don't they start doing protected picks? Like, because we thought the Steelers were going down. So, like in the NBA, they do protected picks. Like, if it gets in the top 5, you don't get that pick, it will go to the next year. But now, I mean, Minka Fitzpatrick just looks like that was a steal for them.
It's an incredible steal.
Meanwhile, the Rams, who went all in for Jalen Ramsey, saying we have to win this year, are not winning. They'd fall to 5-4, trending in the wrong direction.
One, Jalen Ramsey is a problem. He's a cancer. You know what I'm saying? He's just an attitude guy. Minka Fitzpatrick, great kid. Total different dudes.
We were talking earlier before the break. He brought up where Minnesota was ranked, and they're even. I know we'll do it. We'll talk on Wednesday. We'll do on Thursday. We'll check in with Emily and talk about the playoff rankings and who's where. But even like the people predicting the rankings are still a little crazy. If you look at Paul Saban by Saban at Saban Analytics for ESPN. He's got his all-state playoff predictor rankings projection.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got Ohio State 1, LSU 2, Clemson 3. I'm fine with all of that.
Okay.
He's got Penn State at 4.
Still?
Yes. Alabama at 5.
He's crazy.
And what listed in parentheses is their percentage to make it into the top 4. He's got Minnesota at a 25% chance to make it in the top 4. Baylor at a 33% chance to make it in the top 4. The analytics here. This is way above my head. Why he would list Baylor at 8, but then say they've got the best chance out of all the teams not in the top 3 to make it in the top 4. So I mean that's a lot to look at. Well, I think. Since we're talking the NFL, I think we should just jump right into your. We're gonna do our pick 6 first.
Yeah, go over our records for the pick 6.
Do the pick 6, and then after that, maybe we'll look at a little power rankings, see if there's a shift that's going on.
There's been some shifts.
All right, so we do our pick 6. We do it, and that's brought to you by Rhythm City Casino, at Draft Day Sports Lounge and Elite Sportsbook up there in North Davenport. So we we take 6 games from the NCAA. We pick against the spread. Take 6 games the NFL. Pick against the spread. Take a look at how we did. T-Roy, how did we do?
I'll tell you what. If you listened to us when you did your NCAA predictions, both of us did very well. Jay 4-2, T-Roy 5-1. I took Purdue. Jay didn't. Jay took Penn State. I did not. So those 2 I got right. We both got Illinois correct.
Hey, let's talk about Illinois. Let's pause that button right there.
Uh-huh.
Good for them. For the win against Michigan State. They were down by 25. That's the largest comeback in Illinois history to do that. Illinois fans are really happy right now. They're going bowling now.
We're going bowling. Lovey seemed to turn this thing around. In Iowa, be careful. Don't let Illinois beat us. I don't want to listen to Huggy Bear, for God's sakes. If I got to listen to Huggy Bear for a whole year, if we lose to Illinois, he might end up dead. Just saying, Huggy.
It is it's good for Illinois. It'll hopefully they continue this trend, make that game a lot of fun when they come to Kinnick, but enjoy it while it lasts, and Illinois keeping their eyes on the prize. Yeah, Levy's doing a good job. I think I've probably been the most critical out of Levy, so is Randazzo too. I mean, we pointed out that what was the most Big Ten victories he had before? 2?
Yeah,
2 in a season.
Oh, this is great. And
or
like
4
I said,
total. 2
any day
yeah.
that Penn State and Michigan State both can lose, I'm a happy man.
Yeah. So good for the Illini. They did take it on the chin last night in basketball against Arizona, but so pause there. But we both took Illinois.
Yeah, we both took Illinois. Jay, you took Iowa State. I took Oklahoma. That was my one loss.
Mentioned this. This game went down to a 2-point conversion. Matt Campbell said that he would do it all over again, not play for the tie, and then overtime he went for the 2. Go back and look at it. It was clearly pass interference. I don't know how much more that would change things or whatnot, but yeah. Big 12 is the way the Big 12 is. They don't really, even when they play defense, they don't call it. So,
and we both took LSU. They came out with the victory at Alabama. Nick Saban's 5th loss all time at home.
Yes.
And then we both took our Hawkeyes, who 2-point conversion as well kept us from tying the ball game.
31 rushes on the day for Jonathan Taylor, 250 yards. No touchdowns, though.
Well, at least we kept him out of the end zone, Jay.
Yeah. A bunch of field goals by our kicker, Keith Duncan, who now is tied for all time for Iowa kicker for field goals made in a season. So good for him, but that's not a stat that you want. It's not a good one. When scoring these touchdowns, and I think we've got 4 touchdowns, and Stanley's got 4 touchdowns against in our 3 losses to Penn State and Wisconsin and Michigan, and they've all come in garbage time, playing from behind. So, again, we talked about it. Don't need to beat it up too much. We've got to lick our wounds and move on.
All right, speaking of licking our wounds,
yeah,
we'll get into our NFL pick 6.
Okay.
Now, if you listen to Jay Bird,
yep, got to use that power ranking formula.
You'd be 4-1 right now.
Mm-hmm.
You listen to T-Roy, you'd be 0-5.
Oh, well, the dogs were.
So yeah, let's go down the line. I took the Bills. Jay did not. He took the Browns. They ended up squeaking out a 3-point victory and covering the spread. Jay took the Titans. I took the Chiefs. Titans ended up winning that ball game. Did not need the points. Jay Bird and I both took the Panthers. They did not cover the spread and lost. But Jay took the Bears. I took the Lions. The Bears handily beat the Lions. And then, of course, I took my Cowboys. And Jay took the Vikings.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. That's how you end up 0-5, Jay.
That's how you end up 0-5. Tonight, the Seahawks at the 49ers.
So, yeah, if everything goes as planned, I don't know, Jay. We all took the Seahawks. Plus the points. So, I don't know. That one's hard to say.
The 49ers are the last unbeaten team in the NFL. Last week, San Francisco beat Arizona 28-25, but failed to cover as 10-point road favorites. The 49ers are 5-3 against the spread. But this is their biggest test of the season. Russell Wilson's going to come in and try to reclaim his front runner of the MVP, try to steal it from Lamar Jackson. But, this is a very good defense for San Francisco. Seattle's won 2 straight, including last week's 40-34 overtime win over the Bucs. Seattle is 4-5 against the spread this year. Okay, this line opened up San Francisco listed as 6.5-point favorite. The public expects a close game, and they ran to the window to say, hey, we're going to take the points with Seattle, kind of like what we did.
Yeah.
We said the exact same thing. Despite 2/3 of the bets back in Seattle, this line is barely nudged. That means the Sharps are in on 49ers. They're staying there, so no one's moving anything. So if the bets are coming in that much for 2/3 of the bets, and it hasn't moved down to 5.5, that means there's a little bit of a sharp action going on there. So the 49ers have the fade the trendy dog type of value as a contrarian favorite. Home teams are 14-8 against the spread with lead official Alex Kemp. Little things like that are what you need to look at. 49ers are going to be expected to be without star tight end George Kittle, their kicker Robbie Gould, linebacker Quan Alexander, but they do get back offensive lineman Joe Staley, O-lineman Mike McGlinchey, and fullback Kyle, and I can't pronounce that last name. So the total right now, 3 out of 4 bets. This total opened up at 45. It's been bet all the way up to 47.5. Seattle does, obviously this is a divisional game. Seattle is as road dogs are 56-35 against the spread since 2003. So, I mean, this is going to be a good one. We asked for it. We asked for good games on Monday night, and we've been getting them. When we guess the lines coming up, I'm gonna ask you a question about whether or not they should start flexing the Sunday night game.
Oh, God, I'm tired of watching my team play on a Sunday night.
We always lose your team. Your team isn't going to be. They're not going to flex you at Detroit up to the Sunday night game.
I'm tired of it. I don't want to be on.
Right now, it's the Bears at the Rams. It's the Sunday night game.
All right.
The Bears can't play in another loser leaves town match, right? I mean, they have to win out to make the playoffs. Rams too. But I'm interested more in Texans versus Ravens. That would be a more fun game to watch. There's only 3 afternoon games of 3 o'clock kickoff games. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 noon games. But that's the one. Deshaun versus Lamar. Watson versus Jackson. Heisman versus Heisman. Who's the future?
I don't think either of them are.
What?
They're just waiting to get injured. That's all they are. Can't play that style in the NFL. Sorry, Jay.
I disagree.
I don't.
Well, I mean,
for a short burst, you can.
Yeah.
But it's not gonna. You're not gonna continue to do it.
No, I think that's going to be a lot of fun to look at that game. So let's
give me some music, buddy.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's take a look. Listen to your let's see your power rankings, the T-Roy power rankings. What kind of shift?
That's right. This time of the week, after the Sunday games, we come in, and I tell you what I think it looks like in the landscape of the NFL. Who's the best teams by the power rankings? Well, Jay, starting out, we have no change in the top spot. It is still the San Francisco 49ers at number 1. Obviously, tonight could change that. We will see. But we do have some movement. Back up to 2. After falling down to 3, the New England Patriots. And moving up another spot with a handy victory yesterday, the Baltimore Ravens at 3. And those 3 teams round out our first tier, Jay.
So the Ravens are in tier 1.
The Ravens
Is this
are
their
in tier
first
1.
time in tier 1?
No, they were in tier 1 last week.
Okay.
There were 4 teams in tier 1 last week. The Saints have dropped out of tier 1.
Oh, boy.
Yes.
You know who didn't lose a game? You know who wouldn't have lost that game to the Atlanta Falcons? Teddy Two Gloves.
All right.
Tier 2.
At the top of tier 2, looking good. Taking care of business at home, the Green Bay Packers. Dropping all the way to 5 from number 2 after a disappointing loss at home, the New Orleans Saints. And jumping 6 spots all the way to number 6 after their victory over my Dallas Cowboys Sunday night, the Minnesota Vikings. And that rounds out your tier 2.
So Packers, Saints, Vikings
Mm-hmm.
are in tier 2. So Packers are just on the outside looking in.
Yep.
All right.
All right. Now, at 7 to start out tier 3, I have the Seahawks. At 8, I still have my Lozum Cowboys. At 9, Jay's Texans.
Mm-hmm.
At 10, McAllister's Chiefs. And at 11, the Eagles. And those are your Tier 3 teams.
Okay.
All right. Tier 4. These are teams that are looking good. These first two teams are looking good as of late. Nolan Rosedow's Oakland Raiders at 12. And Vasquez's Pittsburgh Steelers at 13.
Oh, my goodness. What is going on? Every year, I swear, I don't care who the quarterback is, who's doing what. Every year, Steelers do something. They lose like week 2 through week 4. And then Tomlin just does the magic.
They lose limbs, Jay, and they continue to do something with football. They're great at football. I don't know what it is.
Cool as the other side of the pillow.
That's right.
Never, ever gets two waivers from the plan.
Now, these next 3 teams all lost this week. Carolina at 14, the Rams at 15, and the Bills at 16. I think they're all talented teams, but, sometimes that NFL bug will bite you, right, New Orleans? And then at 17, their surprise victory over the Chiefs, popping up 5 spots. Is it the Tennessee Titans?
Just keep running that ball. That's all they're going to do. They're going to make sure that they keep the ball away from the Chiefs. Doesn't care who the quarterback is.
That's right.
They stuck with it.
Dropping 6 spots to 18. The fraudulent Indianapolis Colts. Sorry, Mitch.
Yeah, that's a drop.
The Bears jump up a spot to 19. I still don't know what they are or what Biscuit is. They had a good game, though,
3
against the
touchdown
Lions.
passes.
Yep, they had a good game against the Lions. So the Bears are at 19.
He was 16 of 23 for 173 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Right.
173 yards.
Dropping 2 spots would be the LA Chargers at 20. Dropping 2 spots as well, the Lions at 21. And then everything kind of stays the same here from 22 through 25. Actually, through 26. I got Jacksonville, the Broncos, the Bucks, the Cards, and the Browns. They all stayed right where they're at. But then I had Atlanta pop up to 27 with that victory over the Saints. The Jets pop up to 28 with their victory over the Giants. Miami up to 29th with their victory. And then I got the Redskins and Jay, the Giants, and then Cincy.
All right. The Giants, I see what their problem is. All right?
They're crappy.
Well,
they only got one good player.
Well, that's what happens when you keep the Eli Manning project going for 2 years and you put your team back for 2 years, all right?
Well, you get rid of Odell Beckham.
Yes.
And you draft Danny Doorknob.
Yes. The Redskins, I see your problem too. All right? I'm not getting Cincy.
You don't get the problem?
No, what I mean, I don't understand it. If they fired Hugh, they got a new coach. Red Rocket, they just benched him. Meaning, I can pinpoint the front office mistakes of Washington and the Giants. Okay. I can't see the same thing in Cincy why they're not doing well. Is it Joe Mixon? Is it offensive line? Like, what is the defensively? Like, that's the one thing. Like, where are the front office decisions? Is it keeping? Who was their coach? It wasn't Hugh. Hugh was in Cincinnati.
It was Lewis. Martin Lewis.
Keep him Lewis too long?
Probably a little bit, but he would always end up getting him somewhere close to the playoffs. Or
and then who's above Washington in your bottom? The Jets?
No, Miami. Miami's on the way up.
Miami's on the way up.
Remember, I told you. What did I say about the Miami?
Hey, you got to
get all these. They got all these draft picks coming, Jay.
Yep.
They will be the team that dethrones the Patriots. 2 seasons from now.
Give credit for all the coach, Flores down there, and the players that are playing down there. Give them credit.
He's keeping this team together, and they're getting rid of all their star players.
I mean,
and they're winning ball games.
I mean, they were trading people away, and we were saying they're going to get. We're not the only ones, but they're going to get their players hurt. It's not right. They're just tanking a season. It's not right. But now look at them. I mean, they're playing hard. It's Fitzpatrick. They tried to take him out of the game. The referees did for concussion protocol. He lost his mind. He got hit hard, but they said you got to go out. He said no, he didn't want to. They had to go out for a play, and Rosen comes in. So, I mean, I see what they want. And then you got the Jets, right? There's another one.
I mean, the Jets are trying to do it right. I mean, listen, they sign a big-name running back. Darnold doesn't look all that bad at times. They just have a crappy head coach.
Yeah.
That's their problem.
Like I said, the only one I just don't see where Cincinnati's where they're at fault at. And I guess maybe if you do a little digging, and Andy from the Natty probably would know more than that. Looking back, and I just saw Erickson's comment on the Harrington's Pub Facebook comment thread that in the division right now, Bears are sitting at 2-1, and the Vikings at 1-2. But they've got a lot to do. I still think right now that second wild card in the NFC is going to the Vikings. Yeah. I think it's Seattle and the Vikings. We take a look at the rest of their schedule from here on out, but
yeah, I agree.
Gosh, AFC. Oh my goodness! I mean, AFC, the wild cards.
We got the Patriots and the Ravens will be your
Patriots, Ravens. All right.
Patriots, Ravens,
Texans. Right now it would be a 3, and the Chiefs would be a 4.
Okay.
Here's your choice of wild cards out of the AFC.
Okay. The Raiders.
Raiders, sitting at 5-4.
Steelers.
Steelers sitting at 5-4.
And the Bills.
Colts sitting at 5-4. The Bills sitting at 6-3.
Yeah.
But again, Bills trending in the wrong direction.
So are the Colts.
Yes. But the Raiders aren't.
Neither are the Steelers.
Bills have the Dolphins this week. Then they get Denver. Cowboys, Ravens, Steelers, Patriots, Jets. Oh, listen to that. 4 in a row. Cowboys, Ravens, Steelers, Patriots. 3 out of those 4 on the road. They host Baltimore. And then they end the season with Jets.
They're going to get destroyed.
Yeah, they're out of the wild card. So they'd have to turn some things around in a serious hurry. Let's take a quick break and come back, and let's do a little Guess the Lines.
All righty. Remember, guys, make all your Sundays fun days at Pints with those $2.50 20-ounce domestic drafts, $3 you call it, and the NFL action from the Sunday Ticket. All your teams live on all the TVs at Pints. And also, every happy hour at 5 o'clock, Monday through Friday, Pints offers complimentary Vans Pizza. That's right. 4 large pizzas show up at 5 o'clock. You got to choke them down and wash them down with some of that cold beer from Pints. So get into Pints, 5268 Utica Ridge Road in Davenport.
You're listening to Don't Hassle Us. We're local.
ESPN 1170 AM.
Sensitivity, understanding, and a tradition of kindness and caring. It's so important when a family loses a loved one. Call on us, Whelan Presley Funeral Homes and Crematory, for all your service needs. You have our single-minded attention to every detail. With a range of choices and services available, our professionalism, and our deepest sympathy. Whelan Presley Funeral Homes and Crematory, Rock Island, Milan, Reynolds, and the Knox Chapel.
Since 1978, Advantage Advertising has been your one and only choice for promotional products and corporate apparel, all with your company's logo. At Advantage Advertising, you'll find products that are perfect for golf outings, company anniversaries, holiday parties, or health, wellness, and safety programs. We're accredited by the Better Business Bureau and a long-standing member of the Quad Cities Chamber. Visit AdvantageAdvertising.us to see all of the possibilities. Advantage Advertising, a proud supporter of Iowa State Athletics.
At Crawford Company, we specialize in plumbing, heating, and air conditioning. Sports, on the other hand...
Hey, Crawford guy, go long!
No, I can't!
Here comes the pitch to Crawford guy. Strike 3.
Come on, Crawford guy, take the shot!
Sports may not be our specialty, but home comfort is. Crawford Company, plumbing and drain cleaning, heating and air conditioning.
The experts at Helitech know that a sinking foundation is a serious problem. Uneven floors, separated baseboards, windows or doors that stick can all be signs of significant structural damage that needs to be addressed. Call the foundation repair experts at Helitech. to get your free estimate today. If you don't address your foundation issues, they will lead to more serious issues, such as bowed walls, water damage, and even structural collapse. As your hometown foundation repair contractor for over 30 years, Helitech uses industry-leading solutions to repair your sinking foundation. Your home is the largest investment you will typically make. Who better to trust with your family's home than Helitech? They healed my home. They'll heal yours too. Helitech.
Heal your home with Helitech.
ESPN 1170 AM is the Quad Cities sports leader and your home of the local sports show. Don't hassle us, we're local. Listen for a chance to win everything from tickets to free food. Every time you win and pick up your prize at the ESPN 1170 AM Pepsi ticket window, we'll give you a free Pepsi for the road as well. It's like winning twice. Get more chances to win by downloading the ESPN 1170 AM app or by going to ESPN1170am.com.
It's another huge week for sports teams at Augustana College. The football squad welcomes Carroll for Senior Day, Saturday the 9th at 1. Then we turn to basketball. The women host the Hyatt Place tournament Friday night and Saturday afternoon. The men's squad plays host to national champion UW Oshkosh at 7 Saturday night. Then it's games against Alma and Calvin. For game times, locations, and more information, visit augustana.edu. Augustana College, a family-friendly front row seat to big-time small college sports.
At the dope, ready to make an entrance, so back on up. Before I have to pull the strap off the cut, give me the microphone first so I can bust like a bubble. Hampton and Long Beach together, now you know you in trouble, cause ain't nothing but a G.
Follow us on Facebook at ESPN 1170. We'll help break up your feed of relatives' hot political takes. This is the Quad City sports leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
I think we should be a hip-hop station, Jay.
Yeah? You do?
I do.
It's a good idea.
I don't know why he won't let us do it.
I don't know either. Just 2 hours of us just playing
Stupid
hip-hop.
Ryan doesn't know anything.
Just play 2 hours of us playing
No
hip-hop
hip-hop, guys.
No sports, all hip-hop today.
Thanks a lot, Ryan.
We'd probably have a lot more people listening.
Anyway, we're back, guys. Don't Hassle Us Local and K-Bob. We're not hip-hop, unfortunately.
No.
I'm trying, though.
That's right. Looking at sports that happened over the weekend, Iowa basketball cruised to a season open victory over SIU Edwardsville, 87-60 on Friday night.
What's SIU at? Is that
Southern
Indiana?
Illinois? Southern Illinois University at Edwardsville.
Really?
That's right.
And everybody, want everybody to know, Jay Bird is a cheater at fantasy football.
Sure.
He doesn't even play a kicker, and he beats me by 40-some points.
That's right. Sometimes.
Jerk.
The Hawkeye, like I said, the Hawkeyes won 87-60 on Friday evening on Mediacom Court at Carver Hawkeye Arena. Garza had a 6th career double-double, grabbing 12 rebounds to go with his game-best 20 points. Joe Wieskamp had scored in double figures. He got 16 points, made 3 of Iowa's 8 threes. Iowa opened up the second half on a 17-8 scoring run. Tonight, Iowa hosts DePaul Blue Demons. It's the first game of the 2019 Gavitt Tip-Off Games, which pits teams from the Big Ten against the Big East. Tip-off is set for 7:01 p.m. on Mediacom Court. Tickets are $15 for adults, $5 for youth and UI students. This will also be on FS1 tonight. Also, salute to service, $5 tickets for military service, $10 for family and friends, and UI faculty and staff, $5 tickets for all faculty and staff members. Go ahead and follow us on Twitter, ESPN 1170 AM. I'll be at the game on press row giving highlights, all that fun stuff. Let's see. Like I said, DePaul enters the game 3-0. They have victories over Alcorn State, Division III Chicago, and Fairleigh Dickinson. They've got their leading scorer. Charlie Moore is their main guy. He's a transfer. So Iowa and DePaul have played 3 times before, with Hawkeyes winning twice. One time in 1938 in Chicago, and the other time in 1995 in Moline, Illinois. Monday will be DePaul's first ever visit to Iowa City at the Carver Hawkeye. That was the NIT first round in Moline, Illinois, when the Mark of the Quad Cities hosted the NIT. March 15th, 1995.
Yay.
Yeah, on a neutral site one time, though, DePaul did edge them out. So, That's going to be tonight, 7:01, and we got the Monday Night Football game. Also, sticking to basketball. Where's my basketball? There it is. Yesterday's scores. The Raptors beat the Lakers 113-104. Cavaliers over the New York Knicks 108-87. The Pacers 109-102 over the Magic. Suns at home. Those first three I listed were all road teams. Suns at home won 138-112 over the Brooklyn Nets. The Minnesota Timberwolves lost in overtime to the Denver Nuggets 100-98. Milwaukee Bucks bested the Oklahoma City Thunder 121-119. My Philadelphia 76ers beat the Hornets 116-106. And the Portland Trailblazers beat the Atlanta Hawks in overtime 124-113. Also, Monday Night Football game, remember to go to DraftKings. You can go into it's called a Monday Night Hassle. If you need anything, you can go to our Facebook page. The invite's there. Other than that, it's closed. It's also on our Harrington's Pub Facebook comment thread that's going on. Tonight's game of the NBA, Utah Jazz at Golden State Warriors. The Raptors at the Clippers. The Mavs and the Celtics. Minnesota Timberwolves at Detroit Pistons. Memphis Grizzlies at San Antonio Spurs. And the Houston Rockets against the Pelicans. That's all going on in the NBA. Today, they're going to announce the Rookie of the Year for the American League and the National League. The finalists for the American League Rookie of the Year. Jordan Alvarez, Brandon Lowe, John Means. Who do you need to know on that list? Jordan Alvarez. All right. Batted .313 with 27 home runs. Won 3 AL Rookie of the Month awards. He's going to win that. In the National League Rookie of the Year finalists, Pete Alonso, Mike Soroka, and Fernando Tatis Jr. Tatis Jr., 317 batting average, 22 home runs in the year, 16 stolen bases. Pitcher for Mike Soroka is pitcher for Atlanta. Decent year, but it's nothing like Pete Alonso. 53 home runs. Led the National League. It was a rookie record in all of Major League Baseball, and he won 3 National League Rookie of the Year month awards. So more than likely, your 2 Rookie of the Year award winners will be Jordan Alonso of the Houston Astros and Pete Alonso of the New York Mets. All right, T-Roy.
Yay.
Last week, because of some shifty things going on with the lines, because of Patrick Mahomes, you squeaked out a victory and guessed the lines.
Huh.
Guess the lines is brought to you.
So now that we're, 4-4-2?
Yes. Guess the lines is brought to you by William Hill Sportsbook down at the Isle of Capri in downtown Bettendorf. We do this every Monday. We don't take a look at any of the lines. We don't go on sites. We trust each other. But what we do is we write down, we guess. We look at the schedule and say, this is what we think Vegas is going to set the lines at this week. So for week 11 of the NFL. So we compare the two. Whoever gets closer wins the game. If we push, we push.
It's time to play the game.
Yeah. So let's get ready to roll here. As soon as I can, get my stuff ready.
Yeah. That's right, everybody. It is time to play that game. We are going to do Guess the Lines. Like I just said, 4-4-2 against each other as of right now.
That's right. Starting off with an AFC North divisional battle on Thursday night.
Both teams coming off of victories.
That's right. The Steelers at Cleveland. Okay. Here's where my head's at. Steelers won, 4 straight, I told you? Yeah.
Yep.
Cleveland, they still struggle in the red zone. They're awful in the red zone. But it's at home. Cleveland's probably the more popular team. And I do worry about that Pittsburgh defense. Anyway, I put this at Cleveland -3.5.
I put it at Cleveland -2. I think the Steelers are a better team because of that defense. But obviously Cleveland's at home, so they're going to get a little bit of juice that way. So neutral side, I think Pittsburgh's a point better.
All right, let's take a look at this. Would you have it again? Sorry, I know you two.
-2.
I know you had -2. I was just double checking to make sure you stuck to it.
Why? Because I hit it right on the head?
No, you're off by 1. It's -2.5.
So
it did open up at 2.5. It moved to -3, but it's currently at -2.5, and we have to go with what the current is.
All right.
I didn't think it would be a 2.5. Kind of just like last week, Cleveland versus Buffalo. They were 2.5, and it moved up to 3. That's where I kind of moved it the other way. All right, so you start off with that one. The next game.
The next game on the 17th, the Dallas Cowboys at the Detroit Lions.
Mm-hmm.
Both coming off disappointing losses. I don't know. These two teams, depends on who's playing quarterback for Detroit. I don't know. He didn't look too bad, though, against the Bears. I
Jeff
can't.
Driscoll?
Yeah,
What?
he didn't look that bad, I didn't think. I thought he was throwing the ball pretty well. Anyway, I don't know. I just gave Detroit the -3.
You gave Detroit -3?
Yeah.
No. You that down on your Cowboys?
I just don't know what to think right now, Jay. I don't know what to do.
No. Dallas is the better team. Detroit with Jeff Driscoll, I mean, they lost 2013 to the Bears, but he did okay. No, I have the Dallas favored, and I feel they should be favored. Detroit should not be favored in this. I have Dallas at -4.5.
Well, what is it?
It is right now Dallas -3.5.
Wow, way off.
Yeah. So I'll take that one. All right, Indianapolis plays host to Jacksonville. AFC South divisional matchup. What kind of Jacksonville team are we going to get? You know, is it going to be the G. Minshew show?
Well, I thought what's his face is coming back.
Oh, Foles, that's right. Yeah, it's going to be Foles, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're coming off a bye week. Yeah, Foles is still.
Colts need to win at home.
Mm-hmm.
I still think the Colts are a better team. I have a -3.
Yeah, we're going to push that. I gave him the good old-fashioned -3 as well. Everything you said. Colts stumble against the Dolphins, maybe kind of looking past them.
Yeah.
Because it is a divisional game, and Dolphins came in and stunned them. So I put it at -3. We're going to push this week. The line is the Colts -3.5. So we're off by a half point. But close.
Yeah.
We're close. All right, Buffalo at Miami. Another divisional game, this time in the AFC East. Miami's hot.
They are.
Buffalo's not.
It's hot in Miami, Jay. Viva la Miami.
I'm going to Miami.
Dude, I got the Fins -1.
It's neat. I think you're too much on the recency type of thing. Buffalo is the better team. The defense gotta step up here, and they have a good defense. I have Buffalo -5.
And
it's Buffalo -5.
Oh, you nailed it right on the head.
Yeah, I nailed it right on the head.
You give yourself a star, cheater.
This actually opened up at Buffalo -7.5. It has been bet down. Yeah, it's been bet down overnight.
I'm doing terrible this week.
Bet down overnight. All right. Denver goes to Minnesota.
Mm-hmm. Bye week for the Broncos last week. Time to get a little things healthy, but Bryce Allen looks really good.
Hey, you got Allen in your name.
That's right.
It's going to be solid no matter what.
Anyway, the Vikings coming off an impressive victory in Dallas.
Kirk Cousins, 23 of 32, 220 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully Adam Thielen can get back to being healthy and play.
How do you almost throw for 400 yards, Dak Prescott, and lose that game?
I don't know, Jay. That's me. Did he have any interceptions?
I
mean, seriously, that's how much I was drinking.
I had to. No, it was It was a Hail Mary at the end. That was the only interception.
Okay.
Is at the end of the game. Listen to this. In the Week 10 passing leaders, Patrick Mahomes, 446 yards, 3 touchdowns. Dak Prescott, 397 yards, 3 touchdowns. Jameis Winston, 358, 1 touchdown. Kyler Murray, 324 yards, 3 touchdowns. Danny Dimes, 308 yards, 4 touchdowns. 3 out of the top 5 all lost.
Yeah, the only one that won was Kyler Murray. Correct?
No, he lost. Jameis Winston won and Daniel Jones won against the Jets. Kyler lost to the...
No, the Jets lost. The Jets won.
Oh, then four out of the top 5 lost yesterday.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
That's silly. Well, anyway, I got Minnesota -5.5 here, Bird.
I actually have Minnesota -5.5 as well.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
Well, what is it?
Okay, let's see. What is Vic Fangio bringing to us today? We're way off. I mean, we have the right mindset, but Vegas moved this a lot further away than we did. This is Vikings -10.5.
Oh boy. Huh. Okay. I'll be taking Denver plus the points then.
Yeah, that's a crazy one. Wow. All right. Well, New Orleans, fresh off that embarrassing loss to the Atlanta Falcons, are traveling to Tampa Bay. I mean, even the New Orleans defense was so good for a while. So good.
I don't know what to tell you, man. They yeah.
And then the Atlanta defense was just subpar going into that game. And they just shocked them. All right, anyway, New Orleans at Tampa Bay. I've got the Saints at -6.
Good Lord. Well, we're going to push. I got the Saints -6 as well.
This opened up as the Saints. This opened up Saints -6, but it moved to -5.5. We were very, very close. We actually, one point had, yeah, that's a good line. That makes sense. All right, the previously mentioned New York Jets at the Washington Redskins. This is just all right.
What?
These are the Jets and Giants last week. It's like I don't even want to waste time for highlights. For Sports Center.
I hear you.
There's certain games when I come in on Monday, I'm excited to go to YouTube and watch 8-minute clips of the game because they'll do highlights or whatever else on YouTube.
Right.
And there's other ones I'll just read about it and take a little bit what I can from there. Like the Jets versus the Giants. And I'm like, all right. Yeah.
All right.
But that's the way I feel about this Jets versus the Redskins. Even if you have Tommy Haskins is starting and nothing moves the needle here. Le'Veon Bell doesn't move the needle. Sam Darnold doesn't move the needle for the Jets. They get just nothing. Anyway, I got this one a stupid pick. That's the way I feel about it.
I took the Jets -1.
Oh, okay. So you're kind of in the same boat. And unfortunately, I'm going to get this just by being closer. It's the Redskins are favored. They're favored by 1.5.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. I'll take it, but I won't like it.
You're up by 2.
I don't have to like it, T-Roy, but I'll take it.
Yeah.
All right. Atlanta at Carolina. Riverboat Ron. He made some questionable calls yesterday in that game. But good for the Packers defense for holding them down there at the goal line. So Kyle Allen going to play host to Matt Ryan. That's another one. There's Matts, there's Ryans, and there's Allens all over this league.
A lot of Matts.
Yeah, a lot of Matts coaching too. All right. I've got Carolina favored. I've got them favored -4.
I got him -3.
Carolina. Let's see here. This opened up as Carolina -7. It's now currently Carolina -5.5. So I'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're giving too much credit to Atlanta. Even a blind squirrel finds an acorn now and then.
Okay.
And that was their game, that divisional game. That's like one of those strange rivalry games in the Saints and the Falcons. And we all should have saw that coming. They were 14-point dogs going into that in divisional game. And of all the things I can say bad about Atlanta, the one thing I can't say is that they play poorly against the Saints.
Yeah.
Should have saw that one coming. All right. Houston at Baltimore. This is it. This is the marquee matchup of the day. This is the one. If what's going to get regional here? Minnesota will get regional, and then they'll have one more on the other ones. This should be the game that's on TV. Now, obviously, if you go out and DirecTV and people have the pass, that's good. But if you're at home and you don't have it, This should be the other one. This is the one that I propose should be flexed anyway. Nothing against the Bears and the Rams, but it just doesn't bring the firepower, the star power, the A-listers, the future of the quarterback in the NFL. Number 4 versus number 8, Heisman versus Heisman, Deshaun versus Lamar, Watson versus Jackson, Texans versus Ravens. I've got Baltimore -6.
I got Baltimore -8.
Oh, I thought I was being disrespectful to my Texans.
Well, they're not that good, Jay.
Well, I'm going to get it.
What?
It's only -4.
Whatever. I don't think I can win, no.
It's only -4.
You're up 4 with
Yeah,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to go.
I didn't even count.
I got to win out, Jay.
I didn't even count. I just see my name written down a lot on my sheet.
Oh, yeah? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, so I kind of just assumed. All right, so that's the Thursday night and the noon games. Now we have afternoon and Sunday night and Monday night games. But before we do that, let's take a quick break. We'll be right back with Guess the Lines. Week 11 Guess the Lines brought to you by William Hill Sportsbook down at the Isle of Capri in downtown Bettendorf. Go down there, open up your app, or you can just make a bet down there and keep your receipts.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, pizza lovers, we've been telling you all about it, but Van's Pizza and More is now opened by the Plex at the corners of Middle and Forest Grove Roads. They have outstanding daily specials with that fine pizza from Van's that you love. Today is Monday. That means 2 large, 2-topping pizzas and 2 liters of pop for just $21.99. And throw in some boneless wings for $7 while you're at it. Just call Van's Pizza and More at 563-232-1396, and we'll have that stuff hot and ready for you to pick up. Or you can have it delivered. Delivery is limited in Bettendorf only. That's Van's Pizza and More, 563-232-1396 at 5023 Competition Drive in Bettendorf.
This is WQAD's Matt Randazzo, and you're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local on ESPN 93.5.
Right now, Checkers and Rallies is offering 2 Big Bufords for just $7. Yes, this is real. You aren't dreaming. No need to pinch yourself. That's 2 juicy, stacked with all the fixins Big Bufords for $7 for real. When you take your first bite into the 2 hand-seasoned 100% beef patties on a toasted bakery-style bun, you'll see why it's such a classic. It's huge flavor in a burger that's just as big. 2 for $7 Big Bufords, only at Checkers and Rallies. Fast foodies know the deal.
The experts at Helitech know that a sinking foundation is a serious problem. Uneven floors, separated baseboards, windows or doors that stick can all be signs of significant structural damage that needs to be addressed. Call the foundation repair experts at Helitech to get your free estimate today. If you don't address your foundation issues, they will lead to more serious issues, such as bowed walls, water damage, and even structural collapse. As your hometown foundation repair contractor for over 30 years, Helitech uses industry-leading solutions to repair your sinking foundation. Your home is the largest investment you will typically make. Who better to trust with your family's home than Helitech? They healed my home, they'll heal yours too. Helitech.
Heal your home with Helitech.
ESPN 1170 AM is the Quad Cities sports leader and your home of the local sports show. Don't hassle us, we're local. Listen for a chance to win everything from tickets to free food. Every time you win and pick up your prize at the ESPN 1170 AM Pepsi ticket window, we'll give you a free Pepsi for the road as well. It's like winning twice. Get more chances to win by downloading the ESPN 1170 AM app or by going to ESPN1170am.com.
Score a touchdown on your next new or used purchase at Sexton Ford. With a huge selection of new Ford cars and trucks, you'll feel like you've entered the big game each and every time. You'll be treated like a pro player from sales to service, auto body to parts. Sexton also has a strong bench of mildly used vehicles too. Why wait? The game's on at Sexton Ford in Moline.
Oh yeah, Sexton Ford is the talk of the town.
At Crawford Company, we specialize in plumbing, heating, and air conditioning. Sports, on the other hand?
Hey, Crawford guy, go long!
No, I can't.
Here comes the pitch to Crawford guy. Strike 3.
Come on, Crawford guy, take the shot.
Sports may not be our specialty, but home comfort is. Crawford Company, plumbing and drain cleaning, heating and air conditioning.
Online sports betting is here with EliteSportsbook.com. If you are an active Rhythm City Casino Resort Club member, go to EliteSportsbook.com now and follow the prompts to start betting. Not a Resort Club member? Visit Rhythm City to join today. Bet with Elite Sportsbook at Rhythm City Casino Resort or online now. More ways to get in the game with EliteSportsbook.com and Rhythm City Casino Resort. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
Renewal by Anderson has the better way to a better window, but time is running out. You only have until Black Friday to get huge discounts and great financing on energy-saving doors and windows from Renewal by Anderson. $350 off every window. $900 off every patio door. No money down, no payments, no interest for 24 months. Text COUNTDOWN to 96714. That's the word COUNTDOWN to 96714 to take advantage of these great Black Friday sale deals from Renewal by Anderson. Text the word COUNTDOWN to 96714. It's the best time of the year to get the best windows and doors for your home from Renewal by Anderson. Black Friday will be here soon, and so will the savings. Visit renewalbyanderson.com or stop by the showroom in Davenport. The time runs out on Black Friday. The Renewal by Anderson Countdown to Black Friday sale is on now. Visit renewalbyanderson.com for details.
Renewal by Anderson. We love our new windows.
From the Sheedy Family Chiropractic Studios, this is the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM, KBOB, Davenport.
Hey, everybody, we're back here in the Hassle Castle, brought to you by Dunright Satellite and Dish, and you're listening to Don't Hassle Us Local on AM 1170, the K-Bob Reno.
Hey, currently working on our Week 11 Guess the Lines. It's where we take a look at the NFL slate and guess what Vegas is going to put them at. It's brought to you by William Hill Sportsbook down at the Isla Capri in Bettendorf. Going into this week, we are 4-4-2 overall. So you won 4 weeks, I've won 4 weeks, we've tied 2.
Mm-hmm. And I'm getting my butt kicked this week.
This week, yeah, going into, we
I'm
just
down
got done
4 with 5 to go.
Thursday night games. We did Thursday night game and the noon games.
But I'm going to run 5 straight, Jay. I'm predicting this right now.
Oh, it's good. Good call. Call your shot.
I'm going to get all 5 of these correct right on the head.
All right. Well, we're going to start right away. San Francisco, Arizona at San Francisco. See if San Francisco continues to be undefeated after tonight. Monday Night Football game tonight. I want to remind everybody that if you do have the app from William Hill, you can go ahead and check out that game tonight. San Francisco is 6-point favorites right now, and the over-under has moved just a little bit to 47.5. All right, but Week 11 game, Arizona at San Francisco.
I've got the Niners favored by 10.5.
Ooh, I guess 10. That's close.
But I'm going to get it right on the head, so it don't matter.
You did not get it on the head.
What is it, 11?
Not 11. But you are going to win this one.
All right.
It's 13.5.
Wow.
13.5. Let me tell you something. Arizona covers spread, folks. They come from behind. I think they've covered like the last 4 weeks for coming from behind. They play from behind. There's no quit. It's all garbage time. I mean, this is Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray's garbage time. This is like, talk about when, remember
like
when
Jay
Brown,
Cutler.
Yeah, but remember when Brownsbacker said our DraftKings is fantasy football on steroids? Kyler Murray is Jay Cutler on steroids. Garbage time Jay Cutler. Not in general, but yeah, it's something else.
Stat Cat in the house.
Stat Cat's in the house. All right, so you get that one. You're closer. The next one is the Cincinnati Bengals at Surge's Oakland Raiders.
He's so upset.
Just walked into
the
that.
Bears won.
He's gonna,
He got his Bears jacket on.
He got his Bears jacket on. All right, we'll talk to him when we do this Sunday night game. All right, Cincinnati at Oakland. Cincinnati is winless on the year.
Yeah, they suck. They're a big bag of suck. And our buddy's not going to get off the roof anytime soon. I got Oakland minus 10 here, Jay.
Gosh. All right, I gave Oakland minus 7. I don't like the 10. You're going to get it right on the head.
I told you I was getting some of these right on the head.
You got it right on the head. It is Oakland minus 10. So the afternoon games right now, San Francisco minus 13.5, Oakland minus 10. Mm-hmm. We've got one more game for the afternoon games, and it is New England at Philadelphia. This is going to be an interesting line. I took New England minus 6.
Oh, wow. Disrespecting those Eagles. I took New England minus 4.
Yeah. New England, come on. Off of a bye, right?
Philly's off of a bye, too.
Yeah, it doesn't make the same.
Doesn't make the same.
The thing I'm getting frustrated about is you're going to get this.
Yeah?
It's minus 3.5.
Oh, geez. So I'm calling my shot and it's happening?
Yeah.
Oh, Lordy. 1, 2, 3, 4 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Interesting. All right, the Sunday night game. Chicago Bears get to travel to the West Coast. I love LA. Feel like when they put the coat on Elvis and James Brown.
I know.
Yeah. The Bears at the Rams.
Oh,
Rams just lost to the Steelers. The Bears just beat the Lions. Staffordless Lions.
Give him a mic. Give the man a mic.
The Staffordless Lions.
That's right. The Driscoll full Lions. How's that? What'd you take?
You say it first.
I took Rams minus 3. I don't think they're better than the Bears. I don't care what anyone says. I gave them 3 only because maybe their star power is a little better, but that's not a home field game for the Rams, so I just gave them 3.
Really?
Yes.
All right, I took Rams minus 3.5.
Son of a.
So I got this?
Yes, you're closer.
Why? What is it?
I don't like this line. It's Rams minus 7.
That might be too high, but
it's opened up at minus 8. It's been bet down to 7. So the early sharp movement.
Are we tied now?
We're tied now.
We're absolutely tied going into the final game.
Yes.
Oh Lord.
So the Rams. This opened up at 8. Sharps have got in on the Bears. Club Dub has opened up. Maybe Nagy can figure this out. You know, he pointed to that at one point he was 1-5 with the Chiefs and ended up making the playoffs that year, so he's not too worried about what's going on here. He says he's done it when he was an offense coordinator. All right, the final game. The one that's going to make or break. You're going to guess the exact same line I did, and it's going to be a tie.
I guarantee I didn't. I don't know. Maybe I did.
Kansas City at the Chargers, Monday Night Football game.
Yep.
AFC West showdown. Kansas City, I picked minus 3.
Well, we did not guess the same thing. I think Kansas City's a better team. And I know this really isn't much of a home field advantage for the Chargers, but I took the Chargers minus 1.
You took the Chargers minus 1.
Yes.
You're not going to get it. It is the Chiefs minus 3.5. Mm-hmm. It opened up as 4. I win week 11.
Yeah. I made it interesting.
Did not cover spread. If you went into break and we had in-game betting.
Yeah.
Where I was sitting at, that was a pretty good comeback.
Yeah.
You went 4-1 the last 5 games.
I'll live. You know what? I'll take that loss. That was a fun loss. Because I had you nervous.
Yeah, you sure did. A couple ones that I didn't. That San Francisco at 13.5 and the Oakland minus 10 is a little crazy in my eyes. So. All right, Sergi.
What up, dog?
So yeah, you threw out there Staffordless Bears.
Staffordless Lions.
Lions.
That the Bears beat, yes.
Lions. So what?
My Bears.
Good.
My Chicago Bears.
I feel
good
by
about
that
that one.
comment.
No, I don't.
I'd say by that comment, I would say he's not impressed with that victory.
Not impressed with the victory, no, and I'm kind of mad they won. I want to tank for Tua. but the Bungles are already doing it.
Yeah.
Well, you know what, though? The thing is with...
Bomb for Burrow.
Yeah.
All right.
You got it. And...
Yeah, that guy's something else.
Half and half for Hurts.
Crank out the losses for Cam.
There you go.
Cam Newton.
Joe Burrow, 31 of 39, 393 yards, 3 touchdowns against Alabama. And says this isn't what we came to do. We got more to win. We have 3 more games to win and an SEC championship and a national championship. We're not here to just beat Bama. Good for him. Good Joe Burrow. So yeah,
What did old Eddie Ogeron say about something? He had something to say.
He sounds like the guy from Waterboy,
Farmer Fran.
Yeah, he was.
On my way to me.
Yeah, he was definitely.
That's from Joe Dirt, though.
Yeah,
well, everybody know that.
he gonna get down and bring that ball.
He seriously sounds like that. Coach O does. Football.
Yeah, boy, just coming out here playing ball.
That's a good one. That's actually that's more like
ball
it.
they're gonna run. And we just took Batman out.
That's it right there. I mean, that's what he sounds
Yeah,
too.
Between the line, that way to win that game.
So yeah, forget Tua. You can bomb for Burrow.
There are options out there.
There are options. I like the Cam one. I think that'll be.
Too.
I think it'll be. I think get him healthy. Come out for another 1 year. You can trade for him, and make a few cap moves. I think it's all right.
He's such a good-looking guy, though.
I know he does. He'll just add a little bit.
He's got likability, Jay.
Yeah, he's got an infectious smile. Is what they have there.
He's 1 for 30. He's a nice guy, though.
Yeah, look at him. I can't wait to see the post game press conference so I can see what he's wearing.
It's like when they ask what you thought about the girl at the bar somebody introduced you to. I'm like, she had a really good personality.
She seemed like it.
Good head on her shoulders.
How was your weekend, my friend?
Busy. It was good, though.
Good.
Watched some football. Had some busy nights down in the village at old 1117.
How did did you hear anything how the benefit went on Friday night at Brew?
I did not hear anything yet, but I'm waiting to hear back from a couple of the guys I'm going to talk to this week. One of them is performing at 1117 this Thursday. So
what was the benefit for?
For the gal that got shot in the eye with the paintball.
Oh yeah, by those cowards. They catch those idiots yet?
No.
Nope. They do. They said the word is that they have some leads though.
Good. When they catch them, throw the book at them.
If they're kids, if they're teenagers, leads are probably coming in fast because kids are dumb. So
good. They should go to jail then.
That's right. So when we need to take just a real quick break, and when we come back, we're going to put together our DraftKings lineup for tonight.
Yes. Can't wait.
All right. So we just need to take a quick 2-minute break and come back.
I'm so excited. All right. If you want the latest in TV and security technology, but you're not sure where to start, you need to call Dunright TV and Security Solutions, your Dish Premier local retailer, and get started today. They're going to take the guesswork out of choosing the latest in smart home technology with your budget in mind. Dish has been a leader in technology for years, and the Hopper Smart HD DVR interacts with your smart speaker to change channels, pause, and fast forward with just the sound of your voice. When you sign up today, you're going to receive a Nest doorbell system free, courtesy of our friends at Dunright. Just call 866-84-RIGHT today and let them provide that local professional installation with personal service trusted by thousands of businesses and homeowners in the Quad Cities. Restrictions apply and requires an internet-connected Hopper. That's Dunright TV and Security, 866-84-RIGHT.
This is Matt Koss of the Quad City Times, and you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
ESPN 1170 AM.
In business, is it better to build your way to growth or buy your way? First Midwest Bank has ideas. It's a critical decision and different for every company. A First Midwest commercial banker can help you weigh your options because at First Midwest, they're not just bankers, but expert financial advisors. Talk to one today or visit wehaveideas.firstmidwest.com. M&A momentum, strategic momentum, business momentum. First Midwest Bank.
Score a touchdown on your next new or used purchase at Sexton Ford. With a huge selection of new Ford cars and trucks, you'll feel like you've entered the big game each and every time. You'll be treated like a pro player from sales to service, auto body to parts. Sexton also has a strong bench of mildly used vehicles too. Why wait? The game's on at Sexton Ford in Moline.
Oh yeah, Sexton Ford is the talk of the town.
At a time of personal loss, we each express our feeling in our own way. Wheeland Presley Funeral Homes and Crematory recognize that no one service is right for everyone. That's why we offer various options for the most appropriate service, the most fitting farewell, and personalized attention to detail. Wheeland Presley Funeral Homes and Crematory, Rock Island, Milan, Reynolds, and the next chapel.
Renewal by Anderson has the better way to a better window, but time is running out. You only have until Black Friday to get huge discounts and great financing on energy-saving doors and windows from Renewal by Anderson. $350 off every window. $900 off every patio door. No money down, no payments, no interest for 24 months. Text COUNTDOWN to 96714. That's the word COUNTDOWN to 96714 to take advantage of these great Black Friday sale deals from Renewal by Anderson. Text the word COUNTDOWN to 96714. It's the best time of the year to get the best windows and doors for your home from Renewal by Anderson. Black Friday will be here soon, and so will the savings. Visit renewalbyanderson.com or stop by the showroom in Davenport. The time runs out on Black Friday. The Renewal by Anderson Countdown to Black Friday sale is on now. Visit renewalbyanderson.com for details.
Renewal by Anderson. We love our new windows.
ESPN 1170 AM is the Quad Cities sports leader and your home of the local sports show. Don't hassle us, we're local. Listen for a chance to win everything from tickets to free food. Every time you win and pick up your prize at the ESPN 1170 AM Pepsi ticket window, we'll give you a free Pepsi for the road as well. It's like winning twice. Get more chances to win by downloading the ESPN 1170 AM app or by going to ESPN1170am.com.
Can't leave the office during lunch? You can still listen to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local on the ESPN 1170 app. Download it today and never miss a thing from the Quad City sports leader, ESPN 1170.
All right, everybody, we're back here in the Hassle Castle at full strength. That's right, StatCat's here, looking good as always.
Oh, I try. My days are numbered here in the old black and white hat.
Oh, that's right. You got to start wearing a Cubs hat.
Oh, that's right.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yep, we gotta.
When's that start?
Well, we gotta discuss it. We're gonna discuss it at the gym later today, and he wants to wait till opening day, and I said absolutely not. That's not fair.
That's
you can't.
that's a little
you
brutal.
can't do that to a fan and make them wear an opposing team's hat.
How long do you got to do
day.
it for? 30 straight days?
Yep.
Yeah, just round out the year with it or something.
We'll start tomorrow. I don't care.
All
I'll get
right,
over
yeah.
with.
Yeah, all right.
He's hoping I fail though.
He's hoping that you forget.
Fail.
Why?
Like mess up and wear the wrong hat one day, or get caught wearing the wrong hat.
Now, do you have to wear the same hat or just a Cubs hat?
Just a Cubs hat's the rule. We're gonna have one preferred. I'm not gonna.
For how long?
30 days.
I mean, all from the day what time you wake up.
No, that's what we're gonna talk about. It's gonna be basically just out in public. If I'm wearing a hat, I have to wear it.
If you're wearing a hat.
Right. I think I'll have to have like a minimum of days of the week I have to wear a hat because I'm not gonna wear a hat every single day in my life.
Yeah, now if there's a dress-up situation, if you gotta.
I'm wearing a Cubs hat to my great uncle's funeral.
Yeah.
He'll roll over in his casket.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Tonight at MediaCom Court at Carver Hawkeye Arena, the Hawkeyes play host to the DePaul Blue Demons. This is the first game of the 2019 Gavitt Tip-Off games. And this is the Gavitt Tip-Off. It features teams from the Big Ten against the Big East. Tip-Off is set for 7:01 tonight. Tickets are still available, $15 for adults. Salute to Service Night, $5 tickets for military service, and $5 tickets for all UI faculty and staff. This game will be on FS1. It will be called by Jeff Levering and Steve Lavin. Should be a pretty good game. Trying to see where Iowa's at right now. They came off a victory, 87-60 victory over SIU Edwardsville. Iowa lost a recruit this morning. Xavier Foster, no relation whatsoever. He's going to go to Iowa State. This is not a good look for Iowa, by the way, to lose this in-state recruit. And he even said, Xavier Foster said, I grew up an Iowa fan. My family's all Iowa fans, but Iowa State just seemed like the better place for me to win. That's not a good look for Fran. No matter what. If Fran did everything right, he was the first to give an offer, but that's the type of thing that people are going to remember. And you remember those days of Tom Davis losing recruits.
Yeah.
You remember those. Yeah. So it's just, it just doesn't look the best. And, we'll see. See how this whole season goes off.
Give me some music, Jay. I want some music.
You want some music? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll get you some.
We're going to have some fun here or what?
Right.
There you go. Sounds like me last night.
Yeah?
All right, so we're going to play Our daily fantasy with tonight's lineups.
Monday night. So
how are we going to do this again?
All right. So the Sunday, listen. So Sunday is all day long, and you have all the games that are going on during the day, just not the night game and not the Monday night. The Monday night game is where you pick a captain, and they cost 1.5 times of what they normally would, and you get 1.5 times the points that they score.
Yeah.
And then you get 5 flex. You have a $50,000 budget. So this is on our Facebook page. The invite there to go into DraftKings. Like when Brownsbacker called in, he said that this is.
You get 5 more. So we get 6 total players.
Yes. Like Brownsbacker said, you get. This is a fantasy football on steroids.
Yeah.
If you like fantasy football, if you are the champion that you said you were in August, why don't you start doing daily with us?
All
Top
right.
3 are going to be paid out. It's limited to 10 participants. So we're going to have to put together a lineup.
All right.
Let me see here. We got 7 in so far.
All right. I know who I
Got
want.
7 people in
for
so
our
far.
captain.
Okay, you got. Okay.
For our captain, we're going to take the love muscle, Russell Wilson.
All right. Now, remember, every time I do this, I throw these things in here real quick to get a team going.
Yeah.
So I do have Russell Love Muscle on here, but not as my captain. I took Jimmy G as a captain. I took both quarterbacks. But I'm going to take everything off and go from there, okay?
All right.
So
what's Russell costing us? 1.5 times?
At 1.5, it's going to cost us. He's going to cost us 11-4.
So 11-4.
Wait a minute. Yeah, why did they do that though? Why won't they make him my captain? Oh, here we go. Because I'm picking my captain. All right, no, it's going to cost me 17-1 for my captain.
17-1. So that takes us down to 32.
Are you sure you don't want Jimmy G, handsome Jimmy? The Seattle defense is not very good against the pass. They're ranked 23rd. But he's only getting 16.2 fantasy points per game, whereas Russell's getting 26.2. Maybe Russell's the right way to go.
I like Russell.
All right, Russell's in there.
All right.
Now, so that ate up 17.1 out of our 50,000.
I want Chris Carson and Tevin Coleman.
Chris Carson is 8.6. Coleman is 8.2.
So that's 16-8. That
16-1 left.
Yep, leaves us 16-1.
Yep.
All right, Chris Carson and Tevin Campbell.
Coleman. Every time you say Campbell, all I just do is think of what still goes around and round.
I know.
Someday I'll make it in the big city.
All right.
I'll be looking for a girl who's pretty. Someday I'll make a play.
Give me.
And she will say, okay.
Give me
But I
Tyler
plan
Lockett.
to be a cool kid. Tyler Lockett's 10,000, 10.4. You're down to, you don't have a lot left. 2.85 left.
You said 10 what? I said
10.4 for Tyler Lockett.
So I should have like.
Yes, but remaining's 5.7, but you have 2 more players.
Okay. How much will a defense cost me?
49ers 52, and the Seahawks 3.2.
All right. Scrap that.
Mm-hmm.
How much would Matt Breida cost me?
Breida's going to be 6.2.
No, can't do Breida.
No. There was someone. Let me throw somebody out here for you, okay?
All right.
This is what I was looking at. Ross Dwelly. He's the backup tight end. He'll be probably the majority of the snaps if because Kittle is knee and ankles
Kittle's
is
out.
doubtful. Yeah, I
How
like
much is
him.
that guy?
$2,000.
So what's his name? Ross what?
Ross Dwelly, Dwelley. I like taking a flyer on this.
All right, we'll take Dwelly.
Dwelly, Dwelly.
So we got like what 3-7 left?
3-7 left.
What can I get for 3-7, Jay?
You don't want Gould. You don't want McLaughlin. You don't want Deontay Pettis, the wide receiver for San Francisco. You can get the Seahawks defense. You can get Rashard Penny. No. No Jeff Wilson Jr. Jaron Brown, wide receiver for the Seahawks. There's not a lot out there then. That's the problem.
Let's take that Seahawks D.
You want to take the Seahawks defense?
Yep.
All right. Maine's 500 remaining. Okay, Russell Wilson's the captain. Chris Carson, Tevin Coleman, Tyler Lockett, Ross Dwelly, and the Seahawks defense. You like it?
I don't love it, but I like it.
I don't love it either, but I don't know what else we can do out there. Move it around. What about DJ Metcalf instead of Lockett? Metcalf was 7.8. You can move some things around there. But if you don't want to, I understand.
I like Lockett. The only thing I wish that we could get the 49ers defense.
Well, we can.
What if we took the 49ers defense and then took somebody other than Dwelly?
All right, so what you're trying to do is you're trying to get up to 5,200. All right, so it's not, that costs too much. The defense costs too much. You're going to have to take out Lockett and trade him for like Metcalf.
No.
All right.
We'll stick with what we got.
Stick with what we got. All right. Top three is going to pay out here. And we're hoping that we get in the top three. I think we have seven in right now, so that means we've got 3 openings left on our DraftKings Monday night Hassle League. So, update entry. It's updated.
I'm calling the upset tonight.
What do you mean?
Seahawks win this game.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
All right. We will definitely see. Yeah, Serge. So that's the DraftKings Monday night. The craziness of it. It's a lot of fun. Yeah. Some people don't like it. Some people do.
Some people got their problems fixed.
I guess so.
Some of them.
Yeah. So, can you tell me, like, NCAA basketball?
All right.
What happened in Memphis? What's going on with this kid?
They're just playing him anyway.
They're playing him anyway. All right, so
Penny's just setting a new stage here.
You know the Chase Young situation at Ohio State, right? He paid for his girlfriend to go to the Rose Bowl. He took a loan to do that. He paid the people back. LeBron James chimes in and says, I can't believe they're going to do it. He's probably going to end up losing 4 games at Ohio State. Now you've got the situation down at, what's his young man's name again? Down in Memphis?
Oh, gosh.
We should know it.
Wiseman.
Yeah,
sorry.
Penny pays for his family to move to the area?
Mm-hmm.
Then he gets him as his number 1 recruit. He's the number 1 recruit overall in the nation. T-Roy.
Yeah.
He paid for his family in high school to move to Memphis. He played on his AAU team, Penny's AAU team. Then Penny gets the job at Memphis. He gets the number 1 kid in the nation. NCAA gets word of it, and they're like, no. This kid is ineligible. And they're like, no, we're going to play him anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You'd say, like, how does this work?
This is hilarious.
I know. How do they like have an injunction? They're like, no, we're still just going to play him.
Right.
How does that work?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm confused on a lot of this. I love every second of it.
Mm-hmm.
I really like Penny Hardaway. I like that he's at Memphis.
You're a fan of Blue Chips.
I'm a big fan of Blue Chips.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's Butch McRae.
It's incredible because they're just like, yeah, we get it, but we're still going to keep playing. And they're like, no, he's ineligible. I mean, clearly you can't do that. I mean, I know he wasn't the coach then, but you can't.
But he was technically a booster. That's the problem.
Yeah. That's right.
That's the issue.
That's right.
Even though he wasn't a coach yet, he was technically a booster.
Yeah. That's it. That's what it was. All right. Well, we'll see what happens there. I hate to see that this kid plays 2 games in college and then he's out for the rest of the year.
Okay, so here's an article.
Okay.
So the University of Memphis is essentially telling the NCAA to take their rules and shove it.
Yeah.
Like no school before them has
Take your rules and shove
by
it.
allowing Wiseman to continue to play after the NCAA deemed him likely ineligible. So most schools would just sit them in hopes that, okay, they don't want to break any rules right now, so we want to sit him right now. That way we don't have to vacate any wins or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not deemed actually officially ineligible. He's just likely ineligible. So they said, well, we're just going to play him anyway because this is all they're going to get out of him. He's not coming back next year.
Yeah, he's
going to be a top draft in the NBA, in the lottery.
Yes. So, no, but that's what the thing I'm saying. I hate to see that his year is just over with.
They're almost like Memphis is almost making a joke out of all this. Oh, is he a booster? Can't take can't take a handful of his Skittles. Now he's a booster. He's providing gifts now. Like they're mocking it. It's awesome. Okay. Yeah, I'll show you some more articles later.
It doesn't take much to figure out that this is wrong. Anyway, and then over the weekend, we were looking at. I was looking at something. A friend of the show, asked some question on social media about sports, and then it got us into conversation. And then a buddy of mine sent me. This was after the games that we watched. Sent me this question. So I got a question for you. Okay. It's a game of would you rather here. All right. Would you rather miss the game-time field goal and lose, strike out with the bases loaded, you go down swinging?
All right, what now?
Would you rather miss the game-time field goal and lose? Would you rather strike out with the bases loaded, you go swinging though, not backwards K. Strike out swinging with the bases loaded and lose, or miss the game-tying field free throw and lose? You have to pick one.
Oh, that's awful. Why?
I'll just rather strike out swinging, because that hitting a baseball is the hardest thing to do anyway. You miss a kick, everybody hates you the rest of your life.
You miss a kick, I'd say I don't want to do that because you have one job.
Right. Striking out is the least of the bad.
I agree.
Yeah.
I was not a good free throw shooter. So nothing like getting fouled with the game on the line. Oh, great. Surges up on the line.
Yeah.
No confidence. You brick it anyway. Everybody just turns away. You strike out swinging. At least you swung. I agree.
Out of all of them, that's the one that's probably the most forgivable. No one ever says, like, oh, they struck out. You remember when you struck out looking, unless you're like a super fan.
Unless it's slow pitch softball.
Well, that too, but yeah. But unless you're like a super fan, you're like,
oh, strike out slow pitch softball.
That happens.
I'll pass on that one.
Sucks.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, no one says, like, oh, I remember that game. Such and such went down swinging. Especially in a big game. But you remember the field goals that are missed, and you get
a nickname.
Yeah.
You get nicknames when you miss field goals. Game-winning or game-tying field goals. You had one job. You are the kicker. You're not. They don't say, Alex Rodriguez batter. He was a player for the team. He did a lot of things. He plays offense. He plays defense. Your kicker kicks the ball. Is one stinking job.
The free throw is tough. I mean, I'm not a basketball player. I don't do a lot with basketball. I'm the guy that when they miss them, I say, but it's free. That's free. It's in its name. How do you miss? I don't understand why you miss. But you miss a free throw, it's going to be, people are going to remember that. They'll do the highlights. But I think the strikeout, that's the one you probably...
Right, because your biggest blunders in sports history. So Brebner said, okay, change it to looking. Does it change? Yes, absolutely. If it changes it to looking, then I'm going free throw.
If it's looking, it just gives me the heebie-jeebies. Like, that's enough to...
think about your all-time biggest blunders in missed kicks. You could probably remember a couple of them. You could probably name a couple of them. Now, when you talk about missed free throws to win the game, there's only very, very, very few. Maybe, if not, maybe one is the only one that ever comes to mind for me.
What would that be?
Nick Anderson.
Okay. Yeah, that's.
Nick Anderson, the Orlando Magic against the Houston Rockets. He was the best free throw shooter maybe in the league that year.
Yeah.
And he bricked 4 straight.
That's a really, really good one because that's completely different than hack-a-shack.
That changed his game, that he was gun-shy the next year when a technical foul came and it was his turn to shoot. He said he declined. He said, no, give it to Shaw.
Oh, man.
So that's a big deal. That changed him forever. So that's like you missed a free throw, but there are countless other missed free throws that could have potentially won a game that you don't even think about anymore. So that's why I say field goal is worse.
Yeah, though I would not want to. Yeah, I obviously swinging or batting or whatever else, but yeah, the field goal one is the one that it's all eyes on you, and people remember that. the most. But I don't know. I figure at the free throw one, there's nobody in your face. Not any, you know. What I'm saying?
Airball it.
Yeah, but there's nothing. It's just you and shooting a basket. You should make that. That should really actually.
No, but you still only have a percentage chance of making it. It's not.
That should weigh a little bit heavier though, because there's no like element out there that's like. There's not 11 guys running at you like there is on a field goal. There isn't a baseball being thrown at you. We need to. Maybe we should.
Remember full contact golf commercials?
No.
Oh yeah, was that Bud Light, T-Roy?
What?
The full contact golf commercials?
Oh yeah.
You're trying to make a putt and linebacker comes running at you.
No. Yeah, but like T-Roy said, the hardest thing to do is to hit a baseball. But I don't think it's very easy to kick a field goal. Last year we goofed around about the Cody Parkey thing, and we were like we were trying to get a hold of
it.
Nick.
Funny?
No.
Yeah.
No. We were going more about the 3-1-2 Goose Island doing that thing, saying like it's not as easy as everyone thinks, and we wanted to talk to like the mindset. I know we tried to get a hold of Nate Kading just to be like, hey, talk us through like the sports psychology of when you're kicking a field goal. I mean, because basically you're on the bench majority of the time just trying to stay warm. You're only in for a couple plays, a field goal here and there, and then an extra point. So like the psychology of staying in the game is one thing. The free throw should be automatic. I mean, that's part of you start and end your practices in basketball with free throws, right? Or you should.
I still disagree, because in basketball you have many jobs to do. Again, you play offense, you play defense, you shoot, you pass, you dribble, you play defense.
Okay.
Kicker is the name of your position. That's all you do.
Fair. No, that's fair.
So another one out here. Breb says, "What about giving up a home run to lose the game?"
You don't live that one down. Mitch Williams still to this day. I mean, Carter, Eckersley to Gibson. I mean, you don't. World Series is a different stage. Now,
I would say you're more likely to remember the batter that hit the home run than you would the pitcher that gave it up.
Yeah.
More often than not.
Yeah. No, there's no doubt about that. But especially if they can't come back from it, kind of like we said, Nick Anderson, they can't come back, or you have such a big. Now, even didn't John Rocker have a situation where he couldn't come back after he blew up? He gave up a. I mean, I know he had his off the field issues.
Yeah, he went off the deep end though.
But I think he ended up giving up some things too, and he can never come back. Now, if you get the yips after that, no, I mean, someone gets the best. I don't think I'd want to give up the. I don't want to give up the home run. I don't want to throw the. I don't want to be there on the mound watching some guy run around the bases.
So if you would you rather strike out swinging or give up the home run?
You strike out swinging. You're not in the spotlight anymore. The spotlight's still on home, on the pitcher's mound in the celebration. You get to walk to the dugout. So, but you give up that home run, the camera's on you as they run around the bases, or the replay of your head just jerking backwards as you watch it, just explode out of the park. So I don't know what else, anything else. I don't know. I don't know how close is a gimme putt in the PGA that if you blow it. And who was the only one that really blows it? Didn't Greg Norman know a lot, or was that just he blew leads going into Sunday?
Yeah, he classic choker.
And I don't know what would be the equivalent, lose a shutout in the NHL to give up to miss an empty net. I guess that wouldn't be it, but would it be? I mean, not a shutout, a shootout.
That'd be on the goalie.
Yeah.
The goalie gave up the winning goal.
Yeah.
In a shootout. But still,
I just don't know the level of each one of them, like where it would be in the pantheon of sports, like which one would be more likely. I mean,
so Papa Surge here on the Harrington's Facebook comment thread says, in Korea, when the game is on the line, the manager calls timeout, tells the pitcher not to give up a home run.
That's just good advice.
Fun fact of the day.
That's just good.
What do you think about that, T-Roy?
What you can do that? Is that for real?
Probably.
I just think that's just good, solid advice. All right, real quick, want to remind everybody about our friends down at William Hill and the betting app. Tonight's game, San Francisco 49ers are favored by 6. This line opened up at 6.5, has moved down a little bit to 6, and in some places, or you can still get it at 6.5. And but 2/3 of the bets are coming in back in Seattle. But there is a little bit of sharp buyback. That's why the line hasn't moved a lot to 5.5. So there's a situation of fading the trendy dog. Also, the over-under has moved to 47.5, but divisional unders are 25-17 this season, and primetime unders are 19-11. The under is 5-3 in 49er games and 4-5 in Seahawks game. Weather should not be a factor tonight. It's expected to be in the low 70s, unlike it is here, where it snowed. The American League, National League Rookie of the Year are going to be announced today. Jordan Alvarez, Pete Alonso expected to be named the American League and National League Rookie of the Year, respectively. Tomorrow, the Manager of the Year winners will be announced. Cy Young will be on Wednesday. Most Valuable Player on Thursday. Then Comeback Player of the Year on Friday. Tonight, Iowa plays host to the DePaul Blue Demons in basketball. On the NBA front, there are 5 games. The Jazz go to the Golden State Warriors. The Timberwolves at the Detroit Pistons. The Grizzlies at the San Antonio Spurs. Raptors at the Clippers. Mavs at the Celtics. And Rockets at the Pelicans. Anything crazy going on in the NBA so far? Boston's leading their East Division 7-1. Toronto's 7-2. Are you surprised by Toronto?
No.
Being 7-2?
No.
Without Kawhi?
No, they're still going to be really good.
Denver's leading the West at 7-2. The Lakers are 7-2 as well. Denver's won 4 straight.
Lakers look good. Lakers look really good. Fortunately, so does Houston. I like Houston. I like James Harden. I just found out that his hopback is legal.
It's legal?
Yes.
We thought it was illegal?
Yeah. It's a travel.
Huh.
Takes an extra step backwards without dribbling. We found that out like last week when we were talking about all the missed traveling calls in the NBA and how much of a joke it is.
I want to take a look at something real quick. Where's our scores and odds at? Because I have not looked at all for next week. And I just crossed my mind before we have to call it. Is this for real? Iowa is favored 3 points against Minnesota at Kinnick.
I got -3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Minnesota 7 in the AP poll. They'll be on the outside looking in on the college football playoffs, and Iowa's favored against Minnesota.
Why?
Minnesota they forced 2 turnovers in the red zone, so Clifford probably should have had Penn State in that game, if not better. I can't tell you why though. Minnesota's doing everything right. I mean, they're not making mistakes on offense, they're not making mistakes on defense. They looked good. Anytime Penn State drove down that field, Minnesota's defense had an answer. I just don't see Iowa favored. Why it's Iowa -3. I mean, Kinnick's great.
They're saying it's an evenly matched game.
Yeah, okay. I guess.
Got a camera full of tea right here.
Yeah, I was trying to fix that thing.
Yeah.
Took me a minute.
All right. Well, we want to say happy Veterans Day to all the veterans out there, and thank you for your time and your service. Thank you, T. Roy.
Thank you.
I'm glad that you had a good time last night. I'm glad that you had such a good time last night that you barely had to watch any of the Cowboys game. That's a good time.
Yeah, I didn't really see much of it.
Well, Zeke's starving, buddy.
I know he didn't get much.
47.
Yeah, I saw that stat.
Yep.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you much about that game.
You don't need to watch much of it anymore. I mean, the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys are be fine, but Garrett. I think it's just time for Garrett to go.
Well, something's wrong. I mean, there's too much talent on that team to. I don't know. Like I said, you look at their losses. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Packers, Saints,
Jets.
Jets is the bad one.
Okay.
But the other 3,
Vikings. Yeah.
Those aren't bad teams.
Okay.
You know, the Jets one's unexcusable.
Yeah.
But the other 3, okay, I can live with it.
Yeah, no.
You just,
It's like what Lombardi pointed out on Twitter and whatever else. I don't want to see, it's early in the game and Cowboys score a touchdown. I don't want to see Garrett point up the one finger like they're going for one, like it was a big surprise. They know you're going, the whole team knows you're going for one, not 2. Like, stop acting like you're coaching. Like, it's just one of those things, like, you're doing that for camera time. Just, those are the things that stop clapping and stop putting a 1 up when everyone knows you're going for this, the PAT. So.
I think what bothered me more, I mean, just from what I do remember of the game, the defense just seemed to not play well at the beginning of the game. I mean, giving up 14 points right away. You know, then they calm down after that. I think they only ended up giving, what was the final score? 24-21?
28-24.
28-24.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so they give up 14 the rest of the game?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All right. Well, again, have a happy Veterans Day. Hey, everybody enjoy yourselves, Quad Cities. We'll see you tomorrow.
Chiropractic Studios.